trucking company that makes dreams come true.
What's in the truck line to you? Do not drive and use a cell phone. It is a no-no. This is a safety message from Wiley Sanders Truck Line to you. Be safe. It's summertime. Be safe. Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and drive a over-the-road truck. Or come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and drive a dump truck.
Not my dump truck.
Ooh, not his dump truck, but Wiley Sanders Truck Line. You get $30 every time you dump a load. Got Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. There's no other trucking company to work for than Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. $1,000 sign on bonus. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama. I had a dream last night, girl.
Dream.
I dreamed I was driving a truck. Yes, like that.
That's not a dream. That's driving a truck. The Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
That's right. That's driving a truck. The company that makes dreams come true. Wiley Sanders Truck Line from Alabama. Come drive for the best today.
Hey, I want to call.
Line and drive a over-the-road truck, or come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and drive a dump truck.
Not my dump truck.
Ooh, not his dump truck, but Wiley Sanders Truck Line. You get $30 every time you dump a load. Got Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. There's no other trucking company to work for than Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. $1,000 sign on bonus. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama. I had a dream last night, girl.
Dream.
I dreamed I was driving a truck. Yes, like that.
That's not a dream. That's driving a truck. The Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
That's right. That's driving a truck. The company that makes dreams come true. Wiley Sanders Truck Line for Alabama. Come drive for the best today.
Edition of Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. I'm so excited this morning. We're going to take a full hour and just talk to some of the drivers. We're going to see some of the things they're going through. And I was just going to have a good time this morning. Had some guests all the way from California. Hey, flights was delayed and things happened, but Bowditch, dance, girls, y'all are going to have a good time this week. Casey's back in town. Casey is back in town. Let's get our word of the day out for this Monday here. And it comes from Naaman. And I heard this in service yesterday. The guy said, a lot of people don't read Naaman. And you know what? I sit there and I thought, have I ever read Naaman? Well, it ain't but 3 chapters, and I plan on reading all 3 of them this week. That's just going to be my goal for this week. But anyway, let's look at it. Naaman, chapter 1, verse 7, Study Bible says, Jehovah is good, a stronghold in the day of distress. He is mindful of those seeking refuge in him. King James Version comes back and say, the Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. And I thought that was just a good one. A lot of time when I hear a good one like that, I bump my wife, and she'll text it to me because my mind about like that. If she don't, I won't know what it's at. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back and talk to some drivers. Remember, this is Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Have you ever dreamed of working for a trucking company that had Blue Cross Blue Shield, had 401k with a 4% match? If so, then you ought to call Wiley Sanders Truck Line, the trucking company that makes dreams come true.
What's in the truck line to you? Do not drive and use a cell phone. It is a no-no.
Come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and drive a over-the-road truck, or come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and drive a dump truck.
Not my dump truck.
Not his dump truck, but Wiley Sanders truck line. You get $30 every time you dump a load. Got Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders truck line. There's no other trucking company to work for than Wiley Sanders truck line. Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders truck line. $1,000 fine on both. Wiley Sanders truck line. Troy, Alabama. I had a dream last night, girl.
Green.
I dreamed I was driving a truck. Yes, like that.
That's not a dream. That's driving a truck from Wiley Sanders truck line.
That's right. It's driving a truck. And the company that makes dreams come true. Wiley Sanders truck line. For Alabama. Come by for the minute today. Come to Wiley Sanders truck line and drive a over-the-road truck. Or come to Wiley Sanders truck line and drive a dump truck.
Not my dump truck.
Not his dump truck, but Wiley Sanders truck line. You get $30 every time you dump a load. Got Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders truck line. There's no other trucking company to work for than Wiley Sanders truck line. Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders truck line. $1,000 fine on both. Wiley Sanders truck line. Troy, Alabama. I had a dream last night, girl.
Green.
I dreamed I was driving a truck. Yes, like that.
That's not a dream. That's driving a truck from Wiley Sanders truck line.
That's right. It's driving a truck. And the company that makes dreams come true. Wiley Sanders truck line. For Alabama. Come by for the minute today.
The TruckSmart app has even more ways to make life on the road stress-free. As always, Ultra One members earn points, gears, and Ultra credits whenever they fuel up at a TA, Petro, or TA Express location. And now, convenient and fast fueling is just a click away with the PumpSmart feature. To use PumpSmart, simply click the PumpSmart icon in the app. Just like always, TruckSmart helps you find a TA, Petro, or TA Express location near you. And once you've selected your location, you can choose which fleet card you'd like to use for payment. TruckSmart users start by entering and storing their fleet card payment methods, either in the setup section of the app or during the PumpSmart process. Next, you can save time with PumpSmart by entering information like your vehicle and trailer IDs. If you're using a new payment card for the first time, you must first enter this information one time at the pump. After that, you can edit this information right in the app whenever you need to. The setup section of the app TruckSmart stores this information for you. Next, you'll receive a code. You'll receive this code right in the app. Simply enter this code every time at the pump and fill her up. Once you're finished at the pump, your receipt is logged in your transaction history and stored right in the app. It's fast and convenient. PumpSmart is just another way that the TruckSmart app from Travel Centers of America is making life on the road a little easier. You think you know Travel Centers of America's Ultra One program, but do you know today's Ultra One? Ultra One now gives you more. More points, more rewards, more options. Gear up to get more by signing up for Ultra One today. Ultra One is the loyalty program that saves you time and money just for fueling at TA, Petro, and TA Express locations. Take advantage of flexible reward points and reward credits that you can redeem on showers, meals, parking, and more. And it's free to be an Ultra One member. Ultra One's Gears program rewards you with points when you fuel. The more you fuel, the more points you earn. Ultra One members start off in first gear and receive 1 point per fuel gallon. Move through each gear to receive up to 4 times points per gallon. The more you fuel this month, the higher your gear level next month. Not only do you get points when you fuel, for fill-ups of 60 gallons of fuel or more, you earn a reward credit. In first, second, and third gears, reward credits can be redeemed for a shower. In fourth and max gears, you choose how to spend your Ultra credits: a shower, a meal, or reserved parking spot at any TA, Petro, or TA Express. The more you fuel, the more you get. You can redeem points in our well-stocked convenience stores, the delicious full-serve or quick-serve restaurants at our state-of-the-art TA truck service locations for reserved parking and so much more. And don't forget, the more you fuel this month, the more you'll earn next month. Sign up, gear up, and get more with today's Ultra One program. At Travel Centers of America, we know that life on the road can present challenges. That's why we created the Truck Smart app. The Truck Smart app makes life on the road stress-free by putting all of the services and amenities at TA, Petro, and TA Express right at your fingertips. And for Ultra One members, the app makes the perks of membership even easier to access. The Truck Smart app helps you get what you want when you want it. For starters, you can search Truck Smart to find which services are available at the TA, Petro, and TA Express locations that are around the corner or on your route. And you can reserve and pay for reserved parking or a shower right in the app. The app's simple and secure sign-in gives you the ability to securely link your credit card. Need a specific service for your truck or specialty fuel? Maybe you have a taste for a specific restaurant, or maybe you need a pet area or a place to work out. The Truck Smart app finds the things that make life easier while you're on the road. If you aren't already,
Some things I stress this during the summertime. Safety is important all the time. Let me say that first. But I really stress it during the summertime because I got grandchildren now and I've had children that have grandchildren. Of course, I got 4 kids, matter of fact. But anyway, during the summertime, I know how kids are because well, it's been a long time ago, but I was once a kid. I still remember, Steve, while you shaking your head, I still remember. But they are excited. When the car stops and the doors open, if mama or daddy don't grab them, they take off. And so what I'm saying is watch out for these kids. Watch out for these teenage drivers that are working these summer jobs. And they're supposed to be to work at 10 o'clock and they slip to 9:45. And they think some kind of way they can get up and be there at 10. Not going to happen, but they tried. And so they're going to run that red light. They're going to run that stop sign. They're going to turn left on red. And so... what am I saying here? I'm saying just be careful. Just live. And drivers, I done this, so I can say this. I used to leave a little earlier during the summer months and stuff because of the fact of traffic jams, because of what I know that I was going to endure. And sometimes now I go to Pennington, and I was going on Saturdays. I start going on Friday night. Get some of that traffic out the way. A lot of times you got to schedule yourself when you're driving. And I'm going to talk to some drivers today, and I'm going to get some ideas from some of them. I've texted some, and they're going to call me. But I'm going to get some ideas of how they drive and what are some of their tips because, hey, we can all learn from each other. We can all learn from each other. I'm waiting on one to call me now. I may just call her. Let's see here. Let me see, can I call Miss Chastain? I told her to call me. Let me see, can I call? And another thing I want you to be aware of.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized.
Okay.
Please try again.
Well, I know I just got her. Y'all know I can't see, so don't fault me, even with my new glasses. So what happened?
The number you have dialed has not been recognized.
Okay. I think it's in the phone. Of course, you know I'm going to say that. Steve, let's go to a commercial break.
Come to Wallace Sanders
Hey,
Truck.
how do you dial?
Over the old truck. Or come to Wallace Sanders Truck Line and drive a dump truck.
Not my dump truck.
Ooh, not his dump truck, but Wallace Sanders Truck Line. You get $30 every time you dump a load. Got Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wallace Sanders Truck Line. There's no other trucking company to work for than Wallace Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wallace Sanders Truck Line. $1,000 sign on motors. Wallace Sanders Truck Line. Troy, Alabama. I had a dream last night, girl.
Dream.
I dreamed I was driving a truck. Yes, like that.
That's not a dream. That's driving a truck from Wallace Sanders Truck Line.
That's right. You drive a truck and the company that makes dreams come true. Wallace Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today.
The Truck Smart app has even more ways to make life on the road stress-free. As always, Ultra One members earn points, gears, and Ultra credits whenever they fuel up at a TA, Petro, or TA Express location. And now, convenient and fast fueling is just a click away with the Pump Smart feature. To use Pump Smart, simply click the Pump Smart icon in the app. Just like always, Truck Smart helps you find a TA, Petro, or TA Express location near you. And once you've selected your location, you can choose which fleet card you'd like to use for payment. TruckSmart users start by entering and storing their fleet card payment methods, either in the setup section of the app or during the PumpSmart process. Next, you can save time with PumpSmart by entering information like your vehicle and trailer IDs. If you're using a new payment card for the first time, you must first enter this information one time at the pump. After that, you can edit this information right in the app whenever you need to. TruckSmart stores this information for you. Next, you'll receive a code. You'll receive this code right in the app. Simply enter this code every time at the pump and fill her up. Once you're finished at the pump, your receipt is logged in your transaction history and stored right in the app. It's fast and convenient. PumpSmart is just another way that the TruckSmart app from Travel Centers of America is making life on the road a little easier. You think you know Travel Centers of America's Ultra One program, but do you know today's Ultra One? Ultra One now gives you more points, more rewards.
Back with Truck Talk with Wallace Sanders Truck Line. Okay, I'm gonna admit, it was not the phone, it was me. It was me. Steve wanted me to let everybody know that I'm at a ceasefire and I don't have to hit 9. You know, at the truck lines, we have to hit 9 when we well, ceasefire got it going on. Speaking of ceasefire, let me say this. We have a lot of stuff. I went purple. We have a lot of stuff going on in Pike County. But ladies and gentlemen, let me say something to you. Shop at home. Shop at home. I'm on, and you may not think I do, and I travel a lot. I really don't have to buy nothing in Troy if I didn't have the compassion to, because I travel a lot. I mean, yesterday I went to Montgomery, left Montgomery, went to Birmingham. Now, I did eat because I was hungry. But shop at home, the reason I say that, because we got a lot of small businesses in Troy, Alabama. But they're great people. Sister's Restaurant, Julia's, all the restaurants on the square. I mean, there's anything in Troy that you want. Nothing warms my heart more than when I leave service on Sunday night, on Thursday night. I leave Bible study and I go through by the square and I see all the cars on the square. That lets me know that we're still growing. And when I get a chance, I shop at home. I shop at home. I needed some shorts. I went right out there to Ross. We got a Ross now, and I picked up some. Well, let me take that back because my wife may be watching. My wife went out there and picked me up some. But I'm saying this because of the fact, and the big businesses, yes, they're going to make it. But the small businesses need our support. Send your kids to school here in Troy. If you're looking for a good college, look no further than right there at Troy University. Look no further than right there. I know a lot of people, and I'm making sure I say this right, the Tip Collins Award. I interviewed a lot of students. Did you ever run that? You did? Okay. But I interviewed a lot of students, and a lot of those students was going to go to Troy University, and they were so excited about it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you all of them was going there, but a lot of them was. And they seemed like they very satisfied with the decision they had made. Speaking of that, I met the kid there that sent me a highlight reel. Did you ever get that so I could run it? Okay. I met a lot of people there. I meet people, and that's something that we're going to do. These local talented kids that we have here in Troy and surrounding areas, if you guys, you parents that are listening, if you get your kid, because we'll run it, we like to look at it. If you get your kid to send us a video, send it to Steve. Text me, Steve, what they need to send that to. And what we'll do, we'll run it here on the show. And just give them a little TV time. That's what Truck Talk with Wally Sanders Truck Line is all about. Because if you got it, the truck bought it to you. The truck bought it to you. It came to you by a truck. Might not came to your door by a truck, but the truck, it was on a truck at one time. At one time. And so I just like to highlight things like that because it's easy to tie it in with trucking. No matter what we're doing, where we at, what we got going on, we can tie it into trucking. Trucking moves America. Believe me when I tell you that. Trucking moves America. And sometimes when I see those lawyers hard on the trucks, I hear him calling them metallic beasts and whatnot. And I always say this because I love clothes. I love clothes. And I always say, I wish that guy could go in his closet and not get that $500 suit. And when he calls and asks where is that, they say it's on a truck. The truck is not found. Maybe that's kind of mean. I don't know. Did any of those guys call? One was calling right then. Okay. We're going to take a short break and come back. We're going to get this phone system together.
More options. Gear up to get more by signing up for Ultra One today. Ultra One is the loyalty program that saves you time and money just for fueling at TA, Petro, and TA Express locations. Take advantage of flexible reward points and reward credits that you can redeem on showers, meals, parking, and more. And it's free to be an Ultra One member. Ultra One's Gears program rewards you with points when you fuel. The more you fuel, the more points you earn. Ultra One members start off in first gear and receive 1 point per fuel gallon. Move through each gear to receive up to 4 times points per gallon. The more you fuel this month, the higher your gear level next month. Not only do you get points when you fuel, for fill-ups of 60 gallons of fuel or more, you earn a reward credit. In first, second, and third gears, reward credits can be redeemed for a shower. In fourth and max gears, you choose how to spend your Ultra credits: a shower, a meal, or reserved parking spot at any TA, Petro, or TA Express. The more you fuel, the more you get. You can redeem points in our well-stocked convenience stores, delicious full-serve or quick-serve restaurants, and our state-of-the-art TA truck service locations for reserved parking and so much more. And don't forget, the more you fuel this month, the more you'll earn next month. Sign up, gear up, and get more with today's Ultra One program. Travel Centers of America, we know that life on the road can present challenges. That's why we created the Truck Smart app. The Truck Smart app makes life on the road stress-free by putting all of the services and amenities at TA, Petro, and TA Express right at your fingertips. And for Ultra One members, the app makes the perks of membership even easier to access. The Truck Smart app helps you get what you want when you want it. For starters, you can search Truck Smart to find which services are available at the TA, Petro, and TA Express locations that are around the corner or on your route. And you can reserve and pay for reserved parking or a shower right in the app. The app's simple and secure sign-in gives you the ability to securely link your credit card. Need a specific service for your truck or specialty fuel? Maybe you have a taste for a specific restaurant, or maybe you need a pet area or a place to work out. The Truck Smart app finds the things that make life easier while you're on the road. If you aren't already, you can become an Ultra One member right through the Truck Smart app. Quickly and easily create a loyalty account to start earning Ultra One points, Ultra credits, and more. With Truck Smart, Ultra One members can manage their account. And the app delivers real-time updates on things like point balances and your monthly gear level. Truck Smart even gives Ultra One members an up-to-date tracker of the gallons of fuel needed to reach the next gear, so they can earn more points. Need an oil change or other truck maintenance? No problem. Ultra One members can also get in the TA Truck Service queue.
Have you ever dreamed of working for a trucking company that had Blue Cross, Blue Shield, had 401k with a 4% match? If so, then you ought to call Wiley Sanders Truck Line, the trucking company that makes dreams come true. Works when we have the right number. That was, I don't know who thought that was. Anyway, Todd, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Todd is one of my trainers, and not only is he a trainer, but he's just a good friend of mine. I always like talking to him because he's always trying to help. And the reason, he don't even know the reason I wanted him to call, but we have a trainers meeting, and we try to have it. Well, I slack sometime. I've been slacking up, but we discuss different ideas from the trainers. And Todd last month come up with an idea, and we put it right into effect of when a trainee comes in, just evaluating them and get him a chance to have an evaluation sheet. And the guy says, hey, look, I'm a weak backer. Hey, look, I got a problem with this or that. Todd, I just want to thank you for such an idea, man.
No, you're welcome. It helped out. My trainer I have now brought his with him, and we were able to look over and see, what he had done in school and what, it's just a brief evaluation, but it does help for us to know, what they've experienced.
Let me ask you this, because I'm asking this question this morning. This time of year, what are some of your secrets to dealing with this summertime traffic?
Well, for me personally, is try to drive in off time. I know a lot of people don't like driving at night, but that's early morning. Even if you don't like driving at night, if you leave early, 2 or 3 in the morning, and then you're shut down at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, you're avoiding a lot of it. Anyway, that's probably the biggest thing that helps me out.
We're doing this safety stuff, and we've been talking about it a lot. What are some suggestions, because I know that first week you drive, and that second week the trainee drives. And I've never really asked you this question, so I'm going to ask it live to you. What do you talk about while you drive? And what are some of I just want to know your technique. I'm just curious.
Well, a lot of it, the first week especially, is just usually trainees have a lot of questions about, where do we go? How far do we go? What different things are we hauling? And they have a lot of just general questions about about. So that's what we talk about a lot. Is just trying to get to know each other and get a comfort level with each other, and to try to establish, kind of some guardrails about what we do every week, and how the whole training process is going to go from week 1 where I do the driving and week 2 where he does the driving, and then even into where we start teaming and how that works. So mostly just a lot about that.
Okay. I'm just curious. I've never asked you that question. We've been stressing to trainees to please have a handbook. Have you found that they have mostly been getting on the truck with their handbook?
Oh, they all have them, and I've kind of gone like with the gentleman you mentioned before. Like that's kind of their ticket to ride. You gotta have it. So,
you gotta have it. That's your ticket to ride.
You gotta have it. Yeah.
And not cutting you off, but the handbook is so. I'm gonna tell this on myself. I think it was Scott Maddox. It seems more like it was Thomas Hicks, but I sent in a micro and it wasn't right. And, he threw it right back up in my face. He said, "Driver, it's in your handbook."
Right.
And I looked at it, and I'm gonna tell you what I told him. I said, "I'm gonna get Todd to show me how to do it, because I ain't getting it in the handbook, but I figured it out before I could get to you to talk to you." You and Anthony Knight, man, you guys have been so good with just helping people with that Qualcomm. You guys, y'all just got a knack for it, and I know you wonder how some of these guys call you. It'd be me done told them, "Hey, talk to Todd Dillinger or talk to Anthony Knight." I try to kind of spread the calls between the two of y'all. But everybody that's ever talked to y'all, we had a guy had been on training for 6 weeks, and you took him out there, and about 15 minutes later, he had it. Sometimes people it takes different people. My mama was a school teacher. She couldn't teach me nothing. But, but she taught kids all alive. But I had to study with other people, So everybody don't get it from a certain person. It takes you have to have a knack for it.
Yeah, and I think too when you're training, especially that first week, I let them use the Qualcomm a lot, because I'm just driving, and they can, they gotta get their hands on it, because a lot of it is, there's a lot of things you can do on there to make problems for yourself. Like if you start double clicking on things, and you have to really be patient and just go through it. But I found that the more they touch it and put their hands on it that first week, and then of course the second week when they're doing all their driving, they have to use it. So I found that really, during training, when they get out of training, they say, "Hey, I stayed, off duty or on duty too long," whatever. If they need to edit something, because they're somewhat familiar with the certified tabs and all that, they know at least they can. I can talk them through. It's easier for me to talk them through because they've had some experience with it. But and then one guy told me one time, he said, "Well, I learned that if I don't ever make any mistakes, I don't have to worry about editing." I said, "Well, that's true. If you do it right the first time, you don't have to worry about it." So, but that's the biggest thing, is just let them use it.
Yeah. So what you're telling me is day one, they're going to touch that Qualcomm.
Yes, that's their job that first week.
Okay. That seems convincing enough. Well, Todd, man, I always lean on you, and you always have your show up real high for me to lean on. So thank you, and thank you for what you do. But, man, I want to thank you as just the person that you are. You're a driver for us, but the type of guy you are, always willing to help. And, man, I want to just say thank you for that. You do a lot of stuff that you don't have to do, and if you have an idea, and please never think that I'm going to say, "Oh, I'll look at it." I always remember I'm like Doug told us when he first became the safety director. If you tell me something, it's not going to fall on deaf ears. Now, whether I can get it done right then or not or whatever, but if it's going to help us grow and be more successful, I'm on board. I'm on board for it. When you become the smartest man in the room, you're really headed down a downhill spiral. And that's what that trainers meeting is for. And, I think the trainees just love us giving them that sheet because I explained it. This is not a way to embarrass you. This is a way to help you. If you have problems in these areas, check it. Check it when George goes.
I was going to say, as much as we appreciate what George does out there, and even, and I know him and the other guys do all the hookups. Well, see, I've got, with my dispatcher to say, hey, look, when I'm training, don't put us on the list because I want us to be able to go back there and hook up, because the more we do it, the better they are at it. It's nice that they do it for us, but I try to make sure we don't have. I want to do it, but I want the trainees to do it.
And please help me with this. I always tell you because them guys listen to you because you've been so successful at doing this. But I always let the guys know, man. I always let them know if you got a trainee and he's struggling, we offer a program on Saturdays that these guys can contact me. I'll contact George, and we'll work with them on Saturday. And we pay them for being there. Not only work with them, but we pay them for being there and giving their time because, hey, it's worth it for the guy to be successful to us. We got a lot of money in a trainee, and the more we do to make him successful, it's a win-win-win for everybody.
I agree.
Well, man, it's good to call you and talk to you. When you leaving today?
We left this morning early.
Where you at now, Todd?
We're about maybe 20 minutes outside of Atlanta. So we're just moving along here, and we'll be in Allentown tomorrow.
That's the way to do it, buddy. That's the way to do it. Well, man, good.
I'm gonna come in person and see you soon on your show. I may have some of my former trainees. I like to bring some of the ones on there that like I trained like last year.
You did that. So, you did that, didn't you?
Yeah, and I got a couple more that I think would be good to bring on there. So I'm gonna get with you on that.
I am always. This show is open for Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. I mean, anything. And talk to your trainees. If they got kids in school and they're making good grades, send it to us. We'll post it up here. Anything they want to do. I've got to work hard in making that available to everybody. But, hey, I have a big hat to fill, so all the help I can get, I certainly appreciate it. I'm going to hang up with you and talk to one of my lady trainers, Miss Danielle Chastain. And, man, keep doing what you're doing, Todd. Be careful out there.
All right. Appreciate you. Have a good day.
You too. Now, that one there, he gets it done. He gets it done. Yeah, he gets it done. Call me. Whenever I have a driver that just stands out, I like to let him know he stands out. A lady driver that stands out, I like to let them know they stand out. These are my friends. They're not just drivers to me. They're my friends. They're my co-workers, but first of all, we're friends. Just like serving God, we should be his friend. Enjoy to serve him. And that's why I love it. Good morning. Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Well, good morning.
Well, good morning, Miss Danielle. I knew you was going to call. I said, well, if I ever give her the right number, she can call. That's Steve, folks. Charge that to Steve.
I remember balling out. It's when I ever seen.
Yeah. How you doing this morning?
Oh, pretty good.
Okay. Well, you're riding one of our internationals, am I correct?
Yes.
Are you liking it?
Yes, I like the International. It has some nice windows. You can watch the rain when it's storming.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice vehicle.
Okay. Miss Danielle, the first thing I want to tell you is thank you for the things that you do. But I want to say to you that I love your spirit. Thank you so much. A lot of people don't know this, but Miss Danielle draws a lot. She makes little things, and she sent it to me. She gives me little stuff to read, and I send her stuff sometime. And we just, once again, not just a coworker, but also a friend. And glad to have her on board as being one of my trainers. Did you get your student this week, or does it come? When is your student coming?
Thursday or Friday.
Thursday or Friday.
Thursday afternoon or Friday, yeah.
Okay, yeah, they're in there today. I thought so. Well, I'm going to ask you. I asked Todd, so I'm going to ask you. That first week when you're driving and the student is observing you, what are some of the things that you're trying to get across to the student?
Primarily safety, keeping your distance, and understanding that your GPSs are never 100% correct, paying attention to your signs, and just being nice. That's about it.
Well, that's easy for you to do. What about your Qualcomm? When do you put that in effect? When do you? Todd told me first day he's trying to let them touch it a little bit. How do you do that? Just curious, not a trick question.
I let them do it immediately. I let them do it for both of us because the more they practice, the more they remember. They have so much, information bombarding them that if they don't do a hands-on, then they're not going to remember a whole lot.
When it comes to logs and stuff, the Qualcomm really, to me, is just a deal. Because I remember when we did the paper logs, I kept an email. Need you to turn your logs in. Need you to turn your logs in. We don't have to do that now. The Qualcomm does it for you. All you got to do is just pay attention. I imagine that is really nice. Hello?
That's really not what?
I said, I imagine having the Qualcomm doing your logs, I imagine that is just like really nice. Paperless logs.
Oh, really nice. Yes, it is very nice. I can't imagine trying to keep up with paper logs. I'm very thankful for them.
Don't laugh at me when I tell you this, but when I started back driving a little bit, I had Bill Stokes to send me my logs one day. I just want to see what they look like on the computer. All the lines and the way the computer does it and the colors. And it was just really cool to look at. Have you ever looked at that? No, because I'm going to get you a sheet. You'll be amazed at how it looks. Next time you're on the yard, come by my office and I'm going to tell him to email me like your last day or something. And it'll be amazing to you how it does it. It is really cool. I don't know. I guess in my old age, I have got fascinated with modern technology, may I say.
It is fascinating.
It is, ain't it? The things that you can do, and like last night I was hooking up something and I needed a flashlight. And I turned the flashlight on my phone. Think about how many times you needed a flashlight and you grabbed it and the battery was bad.
Too many times.
Too many times. And the modern day trucks got the lights in the back, that shines where you can hook up, and it's just so much. It's just so, like you say, the big old window that you can look out is so much. But I want to tell you this. I don't never want you to consider yourself as a trainer. I want you to consider yourself as a career builder. Because everybody that gets in that truck with you and they make it them 6 weeks, when they get out, they have a career. The school did all this and that. I'm all for that. And they got their certificate. But they didn't really become a truck driver till they left your truck. You ever thought about that?
Yes. Yeah. Maybe not quite on that big of a scope, but I thought, you know, I'm helping somebody make a career, and that feels good.
It feels good, and I appreciate it. That's why I'll never get to the point that I don't just every now and then just mention it to you and let you think about it. And you think about this today. This student that you're picking up Thursday has been to a school 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, I don't know which one. But they've got this certificate, they've paid their money. But it is, and I tell all the students this, what I'm telling you. It is not complete until they come and get that hands-on. It amazes me. I mean, I don't care how long you go to school. I have people that went to school. They came through the training process, didn't stick it out, left, and then they call me back and want to come back. I try not to get into that because you had that chance and you didn't take it. I give it to somebody who wants it. I tell people, my trainers do this because they love it. Don't abuse the privilege. Take advantage of the privilege. Take advantage of it. So just continue to do what you do. I got one more tip I want to ask you. When it's summertime, and I've been talking about this all morning, when it's summertime and the kids are out and they're going, what is one of the things that what is one of your tips that you could give somebody to practice?
Well, you want to keep an eye on your gauges, and tires do get hot, very hot in the summer.
Okay.
So you don't want them to melt or pop or whatever they might do. You want to check them, especially on the long runs.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, Miss Danielle, that is a great point, because you get out there in Arizona where it's 110 degrees and two people is driving that truck and it's just going down the road. Boom.
Yeah.
For like 800 or 900 miles nonstop, other than to get fuel. That is a good point. Thank you so much for bringing that point out. Ladies and gentlemen, you see why I talk to the drivers? Because they're out there. They know, they think of these little things that we don't think about because they have to deal with them every day. Well, I look forward to seeing you this week. I pray that all is well with you and you have a safe week. And thanks so much for calling me.
Well, thank you.
And I want you to
have a blessed day too.
You too. And I want you to do me a favor and get his number. We got the right number now. Get his number to some other drivers and tell them any Monday that they want to call and just say hello or call. As long as it's decent and in order, feel free to call. I'm going to post it up in the driver's lounge, and we're going to work with this. We're going to work with this. And if you have a friend or a nephew or anybody that does something real special or somebody special you want a birthday to, call me and tell me about it. And remember, this show runs every Sunday on TC2 at 7 o'clock.
Every Sunday at CT, what was it again?
TC2.
TC2 at 7 o'clock.
Ceasefire 2? Ceasefire 2, excuse me.
Okay.
Channel 2. Thank you, Miss Danielle. You be safe, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
All right. Love talking to my drivers. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back and close out our show.
Have you ever dreamed of working for a trucking company that had Blue Cross, Blue Shield, had 401k with a 4% match? If so, then you ought to call Wiley Sanders Truckline, the trucking company that makes dreams come true. Wiley Sanders Truckline to you. Do not ride even simple. Anything, no. This is the executive for Wiley Sanders Truckline to you. Be safe. Sanders truck line and drive a over-the-road truck, or come to Wiley Sanders truck line and drive a dump truck.
Not my dump truck.
Not his dump truck, but Wiley Sanders truck line. You get $30 every time you dump a load. Got Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders truck line. There's no other trucking company to work for than Wiley Sanders truck line. Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders truck line. $1,000 sign on motors. Wiley Sanders truck line. Troy, Alabama. I had a dream last night, girl. I dreamed I was driving a truck. Yes, like that.
That's not a dream. That's driving a truck from Wiley Sanders truck line.
That's right. You drive a truck to the company that makes dreams come true. Wiley Sanders truck line, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the minutes of the day. Come to Wiley Sanders truck line and drive a over-the-road truck, or come to Wiley Sanders truck line and drive a dump truck.
Not my dump truck.
Not his dump truck, but Wiley Sanders truck line. You get $30 every time you dump a load. Got Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders truck line. There's no other trucking company to work for than Wiley Sanders truck line. Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders truck line. $1,000 sign on motors. Wiley Sanders truck line. Troy, Alabama. I had a dream last night, girl. I dreamed I was driving a truck. Yes, like that.
That's not a dream. That's driving a truck from Wiley Sanders truck line.
That's right. You drive a truck to the company that makes dreams come true. Wiley Sanders truck line, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the minutes of the day.
The Truck Smart app has even more ways to make life on the road stress-free. As always, Ultra One members earn points, gears, and Ultra credits whenever they fuel up at a TA, Petro, or TA Express location. And now, convenient and fast fueling is just a click away with the Pump Smart feature. To use Pump Smart, simply click the Pump Smart icon in the app. Just like always, Truck Smart helps you find a TA, Petro, or TA Express location near you. And once you've selected your location, you can choose which fleet card you'd like to use for payment. TruckSmart users start by entering and storing their fleet card payment methods, either in the setup section of the app or during the PumpSmart process. Next, you can save time with PumpSmart by entering information like your vehicle and trailer IDs. If you're using a new payment card for the first time, you must first enter this information one time at the pump. After that, you can edit this information right in the app whenever you need to. TruckSmart stores this information for you. Next, you'll receive a code. You'll receive this code right in the app. Simply enter this code every time at the pump and fill her up. Once you're finished at the pump, your receipt is logged in your transaction history and stored right in the app. It's fast and convenient. PumpSmart is just another way that the TruckSmart app from Travel Centers of America is making life on the road a little easier. You think you know Travel Centers of America's Ultra One program, but do you know today's Ultra One? Ultra One now gives you more. More points, more rewards, more options. Gear up to get more by signing up for Ultra One today. Ultra One is the loyalty program that saves you time and money just for fueling at TA, Petro, and TA Express locations. Take advantage of flexible...
And we're back with Truck Talk. Steve, one of the things we need to do is change the number at the bottom. I think that's been our call problem. It is 77. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. But remember this, 334-770-3352. And I'm going to make myself a note of that. And I'm going to put this number up in the driver's lounge. I'm going to make a flyer today. And I'm going to list a group of things that you can put on there. And it's not just driver, anybody that works with wireless and grades, Look at there. Look at modern technology. I didn't see nobody come in there and fix that for him, so I guess he did for real. But that is the number, and we've been wondering why we hadn't been getting calls. And hey, now we know. So it's 334-770-3352. I just want people to call me, and I want to talk to you. Even if I have guests, I'll still take time and talk to you. We're going on, what they say, as time winds down for the old man, we're gonna go up another step. I'm gonna do something that I never do. The next commercial is gonna be exciting. It's gonna be. I'm gonna ask this kid. I'm gonna tell you now. Remember these words, son. Can I ask you why you keep throwing that football? Now, that was your tip. That was your tip. Was just sitting up thinking about it, and I'm so excited. I love working with those girls. You know, really, Truck Talk and those girls have grown up together. You remember the commercial we run with them when they was real little. I remember when May, we had to help her up to the little, you can't see it, but it's a little ramp, and we had to help her up there. Now she can jump and get up there better than I can. That didn't take much, but it just shows you that we're a company, this family. Yeah. I want to talk more than 1 minute, but we're a company that talks. So I ain't gonna tell you. Live TV, the guy's making faces. I am not going crazy. I know what you think. You know what he reminds me of, and I hope Daniel Walker hears this. I can be talking to a driver about something really serious, and I'm going through my spiel, and Daniel or Keith Lemasters, both of them will do this. They'll walk by and make one of these faces, and I'm trying not to laugh, and this driver is looking at me. Daniel could take his eyes and do something and Keith will be. It is weird, y'all. I love my coworkers, but don't get in no serious conversation with one of them around. And Mr. Kelly, I got to get Mr. Kelly on the show. Stephen Kelly is one of our latest addition to the safety department. 20-year DOT officer. Drivers, when you come to safety office, ask him stuff. Pick his brain. Do like I did. Learn things. Until next week, may God bless you. Be with Truck Talk on Monday mornings, every Monday from 8:30 to 9:30. Remember, take time today to do something nice for someone. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
That had Blue Cross, Blue Shield, had 401k with a 4% match. If so, then you ought to call Wiley Sanders Truck Line, the trucking company that makes you